I'm standing in my garage, hand sanding the edges of a walnut bookshelf I've been building for 3 months. The wood smells clean, almost sweet. Dust catches in the afternoon light filtering through the window. I teach high school chemistry, but woodworking is where my brain goes quiet. Measuring twice, cutting once, watching something take shape from raw material. My phone vibrates on the workbench. Once, twice. Then it starts ringing. I don't recognize the number. I wipe sawdust off my hands and answer. Voice. Sienna? It's Aunt Carol. I'm calling about the reunion. Me. What reunion? Aunt Carol. The Hartley family reunion. Next Saturday at Grandma's old house. Everyone's coming. Your cousin's from Denver. Uncle Paul's flying in from Seattle. It's the 40th anniversary of your grandparents' wedding. Didn't your mother tell you? Me. No. Silence. Aunt Carol. Well, you're invited now. 1 o'clock. Bring a side dish. She hangs up before I can respond. I open Facebook. The event's been live for 6 weeks. Hartley family 40th anniversary celebration. 243 people marked as going. There are planning threads about catering, photo slideshows, a video montage. My cousin Vanessa posted yesterday, "Can't wait to see everyone. It's been too long. A family first, a Hartley pride." I scroll through the guest list. My name isn't on it. I call my mother. She doesn't pick up. I text, "Carol just told me about the reunion. Why wasn't I invited?" 3 dots appear, disappear, appear again. Mom. It's complicated. Your father and I thought it would be better if you sat this one out. Me. Why? Mom. You know why. After what you said at Christmas. What I said at Christmas. I remember it clearly. We were at my parents' house, the same colonial where I grew up, where family photos line the stairwell in expensive frames. Dinner was prime rib and roasted vegetables. My sister Kelsey was showing off her new engagement ring, a 2-carat oval diamond that caught the light every time she moved her hand. She'd announced her engagement on Thanksgiving. By Christmas, my mother had already booked a venue, the Meadowbrook Estate, $18,000 for the day, and hired a wedding planner. Kelsey didn't have that kind of money. Neither did her fiancé Derek, who sold insurance and drove a leased Camry. My parents were paying for everything. During dessert, my mother turned to me and said, "We'll need you to contribute." Family helps family. Me. Contribute how much? Mom. 5,000 should cover your share. Me. My share of what? Mom. The wedding, Sienna. Don't be difficult. I'd set down my fork. Kelsey was watching me with that expression she always wore when she wanted something. Half pleading, half entitled. Me. I'm not paying for Kelsey's wedding. The table went quiet. Dad. She's your sister. Me. And I'm saving for a down payment on a house. I've been renting for 8 years while you paid off Kelsey's student loans and bought her a car. I'm not doing this. Kelsey. Wow. Just wow. Mom. You're being selfish. Me. I'm being realistic. I'd left before coffee. That wasn't the first time. When Kelsey graduated college, my parents threw her a party at a country club. 200 guests, open bar. They asked me to contribute $200. I was 25, working my first teaching job, making $38,000 a year. I gave them $600 and ate ramen for 2 months. When my dad's business hit a rough patch in 2019, they asked me to co-sign a line of credit for $15,000. I did it because they said it was temporary, that they'd refinance within 6 months. They never did. The debt sat on my credit report for 3 years, tanking my score from 780 to 640. When Kelsey's apartment flooded last year, she moved into my spare bedroom just for a few weeks. She stayed for 4 months, ate my groceries, used my Netflix account, and never offered to pay rent. When I finally asked her to leave, she called me heartless. I was always the backup plan, the one they called when something broke. And when I stopped saying yes, I became the problem. I drive to my parents' house on Thursday evening. My mother's car is in the driveway, a silver Lexus SUV they bought last year. The front garden looks immaculate. Professionally maintained, not a weed in sight. I knock. My father answers, Dad, Sienna. We weren't expecting you. Me. I want to talk about the reunion. He steps aside. Inside, the house smells like vanilla candles and fresh laundry. My mother's in the living room, flipping through a photo album. She looks up when I enter, but doesn't smile. Me. You didn't invite me? Mom. We thought it was best. Me. Best for who? Dad. Don't start. Me. I'm not starting anything. I'm asking why my own family excluded me from a reunion that's been planned for 6 weeks. Mom. You made it clear you're not interested in being part of this family. Me. I said I wouldn't pay for Kelsey's wedding. That's not the same thing, Kelsey. You called me spoiled. I turn. She's standing in the doorway to the kitchen, arms crossed. Derek's behind her, looking uncomfortable. Me. I didn't call you spoiled. I said I couldn't afford to fund your wedding. Kelsey. Same thing. Me. It's really not. Mom. You've become bitter, Sienna. Ever since you turned 30, you've been angry at everyone. We're trying to celebrate as a family, and your attitude would ruin it. Me. My attitude. Dad. You make everything about money. Me. Because you keep asking me for money. My voice is louder than I intended. My mother flinches. Me. I co-signed your loan. I paid for Kelsey's graduation party. I let her live with me rent-free. I've shown up every time you needed me, and the one time I set a boundary, I'm the villain. Kelsey. You're just jealous that Mom and Dad help me more. Me. You're 28 years old. You should be helping yourself. Mom. Get out. Me. What? Mom. Get out of my house. If you can't be respectful, you're not welcome here. I look at my father. He won't meet my eyes. I leave. I don't hear from them for 5 days. On Tuesday, my cousin Vanessa texts me. Hey, are you coming to the reunion? I haven't seen you RSVP. Me. I wasn't invited. Vanessa. What? That's insane. Want me to talk to your mom? Me. Don't bother. I'm not going. Vanessa. Are you sure? It's going to be a big deal. They hired a local news crew to film it for some family legacy documentary thing. It'll be on TV. I read that 3 times. Me. They're filming it? Vanessa. Yeah, for the Community Access Channel. Your mom pitched it as a feel-good story about multi-generational family bonds. Why? I don't answer. I stay home. I finish the bookshelf, apply the final coat of polyurethane, and install it in my living room. It fits perfectly against the wall, solid and level. I stack my favorite books on the shelves. Science texts, woodworking manuals, novels I've read a dozen times. My phone stays silent until 6:47 p.m. Then it explodes. Texts from Vanessa, from my cousin Marcus, from Aunt Carol. Missed calls from numbers I don't recognize. I open the text first. Vanessa. Oh my God. Are you watching? Marcus. Your family is insane. Aunt Carol. Please tell me you're not involved in this. I turn on the TV and find the Community Access Channel. The footage is shaky, handheld. It's clearly been filmed on someone's phone and is now being broadcast live. The setting is my grandmother's old house. A sprawling Victorian with a wraparound porch. There are folding tables covered in food, balloons tied to the fence, at least 100 people milling around. Then I see Kelsey. She's standing near the dessert table, holding a microphone. There's a cameraman next to her. Professional equipment, not a phone. She's wearing a pale pink dress and her hair is curled. She looks like she's giving a speech. Kelsey, on TV. And I just want to thank everyone for coming today to celebrate our family. Especially during difficult times, it's important to remember who really shows up for you. The camera pans across the crowd. I recognize faces, aunts, uncles, cousins I haven't seen in years. Kelsey. Some people think family is about convenience, about taking what you need and walking away when you're asked to give back. My stomach tightens. Kelsey. My sister Sienna didn't even bother to show up today. She's too busy being angry that our parents love me more. The crowd murmurs. My mother's face appears on screen. She's nodding. Kelsey. She called me spoiled for wanting a nice wedding. She refused to help pay for it, even though our parents have always been there for her. And when we asked her to be part of today, she said no, because she's petty. Someone in the crowd shouts, "That's messed up." Then my father steps forward. Dad, Sienna has always been difficult. We tried to include her, but she's made her choices. I'm gripping the remote so hard my knuckles ache. Uncle Paul, off camera. That's not true. The camera swings. Uncle Paul, my dad's brother, is standing near the back, red-faced. Uncle Paul. I talked to Sienna last month. She told me you didn't invite her. You're rewriting history on live TV. Dad. Stay out of this, Paul. Uncle Paul. She co-signed your loan. She's been bailing you out for years. Mom. How dare you? Uncle Paul. How dare you? You're scapegoating your own daughter because she finally stood up to you. Dad. You're drunk. Uncle Paul. I'm honest. Then someone throws a drink. I watch, frozen, as the family reunion descends into chaos on live television. Uncle Paul's wife jumps in, yelling at my mother. Kelsey starts crying. Derek tries to pull her away from the camera. My cousin Marcus shoves Derek. Someone knocks over the dessert table. Cake splatters across the porch. The news cameraman keeps filming. A producer's voice, off camera. Are we still live? Someone else, yes. Keep rolling. My father lunges at Uncle Paul. They collide, stumbling into a row of folding chairs. People scatter. Women scream. Aunt Carol is trying to separate them while also clutching her phone, recording everything. The shaky phone footage cuts to the news anchor back in the studio, a woman with blonde hair and a stunned expression. Anchor. Well, we seem to be experiencing some technical difficulties with our remote broadcast of the Hartley family reunion. We'll try to reconnect shortly. The feed cuts to a commercial. I sit on my couch, staring at the blank screen. My phone rings. Vanessa. Vanessa. Please tell me you saw that. Me. I saw it. Vanessa. Your dad just threw a punch at Uncle Paul on TV. The cops are here. This is going to be everywhere. Me. I didn't even go. Vanessa. I know. That's the crazy part. They blamed you for not being there, and then proved exactly why you shouldn't have been there. I hang up and open Twitter. Hartley family reunion is already trending. By Sunday morning, the video has 4 million views on YouTube. Someone edited it into a 3-minute clip with dramatic music. The comments are vicious. Imagine calling your daughter petty and then starting a brawl on live TV. The sister in the pink dress is unhinged. Uncle Paul is the hero of this story. Where's Sienna? She's the smart one for staying home. Local news outlets pick it up. By Monday, it's on morning shows. A clip plays on Good Morning America with the headline, "Family Reunion Goes Wrong." The anchor can barely suppress a smile while describing it as an unfortunate incident. My mother calls me 17 times. I don't answer. Kelsey texts, "This is your fault. If you'd just been there, none of this would have happened." I block her number. On Tuesday, Uncle Paul calls. "Uncle Paul, I owe you an apology." Me. For what? Uncle Paul. For not speaking up sooner. I knew they were treating you like garbage. I should have said something years ago. Me. Why didn't you? Uncle Paul. Because it was easier to stay quiet. That's shameful, and I'm sorry. His voice cracks. Uncle Paul. Your dad and I aren't speaking. Probably won't for a long time. But it was worth it. Someone needed to tell the truth. Me. Thank you. Uncle Paul. For what it's worth, you made the right call skipping that circus. I laugh despite myself. The Community Access Channel issues a formal apology and pulls the footage. But it's too late, the internet is forever. Memes circulate for weeks. Someone makes a TikTok remix of my father shouting, "Stay out of this, Paul," set to aggressive dubstep. Kelsey's wedding gets postponed. According to Vanessa, venues are refusing to work with them after the viral video. My parents threatened to sue someone, the TV station, Uncle Paul, the internet itself, but nothing comes of it. I receive an email from my mother in late August. Subject, we need to talk, body. Sienna, this has gone too far. The entire family is embarrassed. Your father is receiving treatment for anxiety. Kelsey had to delete her social media accounts. We need you to release a statement saying this was all a misunderstanding. If you care about this family at all, you'll help us move past this. I read it twice. Then I delete it. In September, my mother shows up at my house unannounced. I see her through the window. She's sitting in her car, gripping the steering wheel, not moving. After 10 minutes, she gets out and walks to my door. I open it before she knocks. Mom, can I come in? Me, no. She blinks, surprised. Mom, Sienna, please. We need to talk. Me. You had 6 weeks to talk to me before the reunion. You chose not to. Mom, I made a mistake. Me. You made a lot of mistakes. Mom, I'm trying to apologize. Me. Are you? Because your email asked me to fix your public image. It didn't say, I'm sorry for excluding you. It didn't say I was wrong. It said, help us. Her jaw tightens. Mom, you're really going to hold a grudge over this? Me, I'm not holding a grudge. I'm protecting myself. Mom, from your own family? Me, yes. She stares at me. I see the moment she realizes I'm serious. Mom, your father won't forgive you for this. Me, I'll survive. Mom, Kelsey needs you. Me, Kelsey needs to grow up. Mom, you've become cruel. Me, I've become honest. She turns and walks back to her car. I watch her drive away. I close the door. Thanksgiving comes and goes. I spend it with friends, a quiet dinner with my coworker Rachel and her husband. No drama, no demands. We eat roasted chicken and homemade stuffing and watch football. It's the most relaxed holiday I've had in years. Christmas is the same. I buy myself a new table saw and spend the week building a dining table from reclaimed oak. The wood is scarred and beautiful, each imperfection telling a story. In January, Vanessa invites me to coffee. Vanessa, your mom's been asking about you. Me, I figured. Vanessa, she wants to know if you'll come to Kelsey's wedding. It's back on for June. Me, I'm not going. Vanessa, I told her you'd say that. Me, am I wrong? Vanessa, no, you're the sanest one in that family. We laugh. Vanessa, for what it's worth, Uncle Paul's doing great. He and Aunt Diane are talking about moving to Arizona. Fresh start. Me, good for them. Vanessa, and you? How are you? I think about it. Me, I'm good. Really good. And I mean it. Here's the thing about family. You're taught from childhood that blood is everything. That loyalty means enduring. That love requires sacrifice without boundaries. But healthy relationships, real ones, require reciprocity. They require respect. When someone repeatedly takes from you and calls you selfish for wanting balance, that's not love. That's exploitation dressed up in family rhetoric. Walking away doesn't make you petty. It makes you sane. I didn't cause the brawl at that reunion. I wasn't even there. But my absence revealed what was already broken. A family dynamic built on scapegoating, on assigning roles where some people give endlessly and others take endlessly, and anyone who questions the system is punished. The viral video was humiliating for them. For me, it was clarifying. It showed me I'd made the right choice. I'm in my garage, working on a chest of drawers. The smell of fresh-cut maple fills the air. My phone sits on the workbench, silent. No demands, no guilt trips. No emergency calls at midnight. Last week, I put an offer on a house. A small craftsman bungalow with a 2-car garage and a backyard big enough for a workshop. My credit score recovered after the loan finally got paid off. I saved a 20% down payment. I did it myself. No co-signers, no family loans, no favors owed. Sometimes I think about my parents, about Kelsey, about the reunion that imploded on live television. I wonder if they learned anything, if they ever looked at that footage and felt ashamed. Probably not. But that's not my problem anymore. I built a life I'm proud of, one careful cut at a time, and no one gets to take that from me. The people who matter, the ones who show up without needing something, who celebrate boundaries instead of punishing them, those people are still here. The rest can keep their chaos. I sleep just fine. Have you ever been blamed for not attending a family event that proved you made the right choice? Have you been called petty for protecting your peace? Drop your story below. I want to hear it. If this resonated with you, hit like and subscribe. Next time, I'm sharing what happened when my roommate tried to steal my dog after I asked her to move out. Trust me, you won't see it coming. Thanks for being here.